Welcome back to another Grap coin update video on DOT. Although we have previously discussed the long-term chart for DOT, I think you should examine the forecast while the market is slowing down, because CAL usually increases in micro patterns. One has to take into account both upward targets and critical support levels. There are two good scenarios on this chart overall, and I'm inclined to favor the white one, which presents a less bullish viewpoint, just because. I'm having trouble observing it really push to, say, the 1.618 extension at about $285. Hardly a bullish market right now. If that's the case, it's doable, and the chart I have here illustrates the possibilities, but let's wait to see how the C wave responds. To be very honest, it makes little difference to me which of the white or yellow numbers is higher. They both point upward, and there is a threshold that clearly shows when these possibilities become less likely. That is a break below the 78.6 retracement level of the rise. The $460 mark denotes a rising trend that started in October or September. Consequently, the optimistic theory will become far less likely if the price drops below $460. Great return on risk, this is it, unless things change quickly, in which case the naked market will probably see fresh lows that will persist. Before we discuss that though, I think it's critical to acknowledge that we have a significant rally into 2021, followed by a retreat that is either a wave 2 or a B wave 2 or a B wave in an expanded flat where the C wave was. Though long, it only went somewhat above the wave's 1.618 extension, which is quite acceptable. In a expanded flat, we might have then set off a third or C wave to the upside. I prefer C waves to other kinds of waves because over time, the former would reach greater goals, $54, maybe 101 than the latter, which would at the very least reach 150. The starting value of wave 1 is clearly too little for the latter, but it makes sense in the setting of a C wave. Therefore, it all comes down to the tendency to. Analyzing several Fibonacci levels, wave degree ratios, and trying to find confluence, we arrive at the most plausible scenario. Still, I'm not totally discounting the yellow count. Watch if the $460 level holds first, and then watch what occurs below 460. This looks like a bearish sign since there is no longer a clear low in place, allowing for another much lower low at 560 or 460. 460, the October lows predicted to be around 355. Will probably be tested, but this first 1-2 setup will probably be thrown out. We may counter that the fifth wave is still expanding, in which case it would act as a negative backup plan. Then, taking into account the diagonal motion, we would have to deal with a noteworthy fourth wave. Really forceful was the fourth wave we might even witness. There's a chance this will become a 1-2, then 3 strong 4s and a 5 to the downside, maybe even into the low $2 region. That is, however, only the alternative, hence that is where I am currently on the DOT chart. By the way, wave 4 here might be a flat, which is quite possible, and the diagonal climb up presents a more bearish scenario for sure. In an alternative, we might maintain. The short-term chart suggests that not much fresh information is to be reported, but let me add that the 5-wave, 3-wave retreat that started in March might have come to an end. A key support level is $460. But this sideways consolidation seems like a bearish pennant, allowing the trend to continue downward, not suggesting that a low has already been struck. It is between 560 and 560 and 540 that support next appears. There are, as you can see, a range of lying levels. Like many other coins, the market is currently mostly ranging. A breakthrough would be indicated by a break above the peak of about 760 on April 23rd. Maybe the yellow count is starting to show the course of a 5-wave ascent up. We have to be patient as it is unknown at this time whether wave 2 has already bottomed out. Though we also have to think about the possibility of increased prices. I think there is one more bottom before 560. That's my update. The yellow scenario is obviously invalid if we drop below the previous low of about $65. I appreciate your watching Grap Coin. If the update pleased you, do subscribe, like, and comment. Bye.